Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video, I'm going to explain an important programming concept which is palindrome number, which includes the concept, algorithm and the implementation also. So this is one of the most frequently asked basic coding question in placement interviews, especially for companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro and Accenture and CTS also. So let's see step by step. So before I explain the concept, let me ask you one question. So in many placement interviews, the interviewer may ask write a program to check whether a given number is palindrome or not. So they may give an input like 1 to 1 or 1 2 3 4, and they expect you to immediately write the logic. So today we are going to learn how to confidently answer the question in the interviews. So let's see what is a palindrome. So palindrome means something that reads the same forward and the backward. So if we read from the forward and from the backward, the word should be same or else a sentence should be same. So that is what a palindrome. So for example, here we have a 1 to 1. So if I read from the forward, it is a 1 to 1. If I read from the backward, it is also 1 to 1. So as like for 1331. So from forward and a backward, it is a 1331. And for also madam. So here I am having a MADAM. As like uh as like from backward, it is also MADAM. So it is a madam. From backward also, it is a madam. So if you reverse them, they remain the same. That is the basic idea behind palindrome. So let's see what is a palindrome number. So a palindrome number is, so it is a number which remains the same when it's reversed. So here we have an example as 1 to 1. So if we reverse this, we'll get a 1 to 1, right? So in another example, we have a 1 to 3. If we reverse this, we get a 3 to 1. So 1 to 1 is a palindrome number, but 1 to 3 is not a palindrome number. So in simple definition, if we reverse equals original. So if we reverse, it should be equals to original. Then it is a palindrome. Otherwise, it is not a palindrome. So to understand easily, think of it like a mirror. So when you see yourself in a mirror, both sides look symmetrical, right? So similarly, palindrome numbers are symmetrical from both sides. So you can also imagine folding the number in a half. If both sides match, then it is a palindrome. Otherwise, it's not a palindrome. So before we move to the algorithm part, if you are preparing for the placement and coding interview, make sure you do subscribe to our channel for more programming concept explained in a simple language. So let's continue with the core logic. So to solve this problem, so here we have algorithm to check a palindrome number. So to solve this problem, we follow 5 steps. At first, we have to take an input from the user and we have to store the original number in a variable. So and after that, we have to reverse the number and we have to compare the original number and the reverse number. And if both are equal, it is a palindrome. Otherwise, it is not a palindrome. So you have a doubt. So why I have to store a original value in another variable? So because while reversing, we will modify the number. So we must keep a copy for that. So for that, so that is the purpose for storing an original value in another variable. So here is how to reverse the number. So here is our formula. So we use a 3 important step here. One is last digit. So we take a last digit, alright, and our second one is reverse. For reverse, we use a formula reverse into 10 plus last digit. And for number, and our third step, number equal to number modulo 10, which is to remove our last digit. So at first we will extract the last digit using modulus operator. Then we build a reverse number. So finally we remove the last digit using a division. So this process will continue inside the while loop. So when the while loop ends, so let's program. So here is some example. So if we give us a if we give us a input as a if we give a number 1331 as our input, so if we reverse this, we have to print whether it's a palindrome number or else not a palindrome number. So if we reverse 1331, it is a palindrome number. As for 1234, it is not a palindrome number. So if we reverse this, we get a 4321, right? So this is not a palindrome number. So and for this time and space complexity, as for the time complexity, it is big of n. So we are just going to use a RN represent a number of digits. And space complexity is big of n. So we no need any extra memory. So let's code it. So let's give palindrome. So I just give a palindromic number. So inside this our main class and after our scanner. So let's import this. So let's take the input from the user. So and I have said right, we have to copy this in another one variable. So for that I'm just taking int cpy, which is a copy. Okay. So in that I'm just storing my n value. So after that I have to extract the digit, right? So in a while loop I'm giving a n not equal to 0 as my condition. So inside the while, at first I have to split my last digit. For that I'm giving n modulo 10. Okay. So let's initialize another one variable. So let's give us a reverse. I'm just giving a rev. Okay. So for that I'm just initializing with the 0. So after here I'm using a rev. So a rev into 10 plus rem. So we have see the formula, right? So here is our formula. So last digit. So we have got it, and we earn formula power reverse. And reverse into 10 plus last digit, right? So our reverse into 10 plus our remainder value. So which is our last digit. So and after that we have to remove our last one. Our last digit. So for that n division equal to 10. So after the loop, I have to check whether it is equal, whether my original value is equal to the reversed value or not. Right? So for that, in a if condition, I'm giving if my n is equal to my copy. No. If my reverse is equal to my copy element or not. So if it is, I have to print it is a palindrome. So I'm printing palindrome. So if it's not, I have to print it is not a palindrome. So let's run this. So let's give our values of 1 to 1. So 1 to 1. So it is a palindrome, right? So if we check from the forward and as for the backward, it is same, right? So it is a palindrome. So let's see again. So let's give a 1, 2, 3. So it is a palindrome? No. So if we reverse this, we get a 3, 2, 1. So we have got a, it is not a palindrome. So let's do a dry run. So in again, I'm just taking my input as a 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here in a copy variable, my n will be stored. So it will store a 1, 2, 3. And in a while loop, I'm going to check the condition. If my 1, 2, 3 is not equal to 0 or not. So the condition is true. So on a reminder variable, I'm going to extract my last digit. So if I extract, what I'll get? I'll get my last digit as 3. And after that, I will reverse. So in a reverse formula, what we have at reverse, we have a 0. We have a 0, right? And 0 to 10, we got a 0. And 0 plus our remainder value is 3. So we got the value as a 3. Okay. And after that, here we will remove our last digit, right? So here that 12 will come here. So it means 1, 2, 3 and divide equal to. So if it's divided by 10, we get a 12, right? So our quotient value. So again, this 12 will go here. Now the condition is true. And for 12, we extract the last digit. So if we extract, we get a 2 here. So here we just do 3 into 10, right? So what we get? So we get a 30. And 30 plus our remainder value is 2. So 30 plus 2, we get a 32 as our value. And after that, here we will extract our last digit. So if 12 divided by 10 means we get a 1. So now this 1 will go here. So here now the condition is true. And if we extract, we get a 1 here. So and as for this, R 32 into a R into 10. So what we got? So we will get the 320. And after that, we have to add a remainder value also. So our remainder value is 1. So if we add what we got, so we get a 3 to 1. So here if we divide by 10, we'll get a 0. So here it will come. So 0 not equal to 0. So the condition is false. So it will came out of the loop and check the if else condition. So here what we have? Our reverse value. We have a 3 to 1, right? So we will check whether our copy number is 1, 2, 3. So whether 3 to 1 is equal to 1, 2, 3 or not. So here it is not a equal. So it will go to the else part and the else part will be executed here. So this is how it will run. So we can also use this for string also to convert the number into a string. And then we will reverse it using a string builder. And as like this, we will just compile the both strings. And this method is also easier, but interviews usually prefer numeric logic approach. So in interviews, they may ask, can we solve without reversing? Can we use string method? And what about negative numbers? So they may ask these questions also. So generally, negative numbers are not considered palindrome because because of the minus sign. So that is not a palindrome number. So and next method is using a string. So we can reverse for the string also, right? So we can also convert number into a string also. So then reverse it using a string builder function. So using this string builder function, like uh, like this, string reverse equal to our new string builder, and this string will become here dot reverse dot to string. So like this also we can reverse. And finally compare the both values, and if it is equal, so if it is true, print the palindrome, otherwise print not a palindrome. So this method is easier, but interviews usually prefer numeric logic approach. And common mistakes students will make often: not storing a original value, using a wrong loop condition, and forgetting integer division, or not initializing reverse equal to 0. And be careful with these errors, that will reduce your errors also. And some practice questions to improve your coding skills, and try count palindrome for large numbers, like between 1 and count palno and count palindrome numbers between 1 to 1000, and check palindrome using recursion also. And practice makes you confident in placement. So today video we have learned what is palindrome number, and algorithm, and implementation, and time complexity also. And now you're ready to solve this question confidently in interview. So before I end, here are some placement tips, and always explain the logic before coding, and mention the time complexity, and there are some frequently asked questions, which is Armstrong, Prime, reverse number, palindrome number. These are the frequently asked in companies like TCS, Infosys, and Wipro also. So thank you everyone for listening. If you found this session useful, like and share and subscribe also. And keep practicing, keep coding, and all the best for your placements. Thank you. See you in the next video.